Welcome to this video. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to bend over properly so that you can avoid those lower back pain episodes every time you're bending over. Either you're brushing your teeth or you're lowering your body to reach something on the floor to grab something, and then you just twist your lower back and then you feel that pain shooting down on your hips. And you have to spend many days or weeks getting massages, and it's just, it's just a real pain. So in this video, we are gonna be talking about some very important things to avoid lower back pain bending over, as well as the right posture for it. If this is something you're interested in about fixing your posture in general, I highly recommend that you join my program, Back Pain Control, because I have a whole module that will show you how to move properly, how to go back on the floor, get up, how to sit, how to stand, and how to bend over, of course, without triggering lower back pain and without putting pressure on your spine. But on this video, at least I want to get you started with bending over. So lower back pain with bending over can, it's just one of those things that can happen at any time when we're not mindful. So hopefully with the things I'm going to be teaching you, as you practice them, the goal is for them to become automatic so that you're not constantly thinking about these things and you're automatically applying them on your day-to-day life so that you can avoid this issue. I do want to mention that I have a video coming up about stretches that actually trigger lower back pain, as stretches to avoid, because what happens is when we experience lower back pain, we start doing certain stretches that can make the pain worse. So the goal is, of course, to protect that area and get you out of pain as fast as possible. So the first thing I want to share is when you are bending over, one of the things that people don't think about is engaging their core or bracing their core. A core brace is when you engage this area and you engage the deep core muscle called the transverse abdominis, which acts like a belt around your spine, around your lumbar spine, and it protects it from load. And it's meant to be active whenever we're exercising or lifting things up. Basically, whenever we're moving around, that muscle is going to be engaged. But we do want to engage it more when we are putting load on the spine. So in the bending over movement, when we don't engage the core muscles and there is also weakness in the glutes, what happens is the lower back will bear the load, and we either end up with, when we do it repetitively, then we have that one event that will trigger pain, or we will twist in a certain way, we will get another muscle acting up like the QL, all those little muscles that are not really supposed to bear load, they will either strain or they will start spasming over time. So what would help you is to spend some time activating and working on your core, and also knowing how to activate your core when you are bending over. So a very quick way to do that, and it's a very quick trick that I teach people and my clients and my members, is if you have a hard time feeling your deep core muscles, and one way you can do it is by placing your hands on each side, breathing deeply in, and as you breathe in, you're going to start to feel those muscles expanding, and when you breathe out, keep them on, keep that core engagement, and then relax, and then breathe in again and repeat that. So that's deep breathing with core bracing that really helps to engage those muscles and build that mind-muscle connection so that you can feel it. And as soon as you're connecting with your muscles, you can engage them and you can feel them easily. So you can practice with me here by placing your hands on each side. So even though I am exhaling, inhaling, I am keeping that brace. This area should feel hard. The other way you can do it, if it is hard for you to do that with just this technique, is just imagine somebody's coming to punch you on the belly, and immediately you're going to brace your core. So just imagine, like a little kid is coming and trying to punch you on the belly, and you're going to tighten up your core. So that's a great way to practice the core brace, just by imagining that. And also the other thing is, by imagining that, feel those muscles activating. So in order for us to protect our spine when we are bending over, especially if you're trying to pick something up, if there is load involved, is to actually do the core brace when you're bending over, but you don't want to brace too much. So you want to do a slight brace if it's just body weight, if you're not lifting anything up. If you have a dumbbell in front of you, want to lift it up, then you can contract more. So it's kind of like a dimmer switch, you know, you're going to adjust that brace depending on the load and depending on the activity and the demand on the body. Again, let's just say you just want to bend over to grab something or to reach out to the dishwasher. So you do that brace, you activate your core, and the other thing is you want to bend at the hips. So avoid rounding your back. So this is kind of the automatic default way that people do, you know, bend over. So we just bend like this and we grab whatever we need to grab. So this is how I usually notice people bending. You don't want to be doing that anymore. So avoid rounding your spine, especially if you're going to be, you know, reaching down and pulling something or grabbing something. So you want to bend at the hips and keep your back straight, shoulders down, lats down. So keep everything straight. And as you're going to be bending at the hips, the knees are going to follow. So you're not going to be going like that with the legs completely straight, because we can't really go that far if we just keep the legs straight. So as you're bending over, you're going to bend at the knee. Again, keeping that core engaged and practice for a few repetitions. So this exercise is great. Just doing it like this, you're going to work on your core and also your glutes to keep everything tight. If you just keep this area tight, you know, up here and down here, and the lower back is in between, supported, stable, you should be okay. The moment you let things weaken and you kind of let go of that posture and you're just, you know, bending over, rounding your back, nothing is really keeping anything tight, you know, you're not really tightening up this area, that's when you risk hurting your lower back. But as soon as you keep things stable and tight, it should be okay. And again, if you have to like lift up, for example, up a heavy box, again, that brace should be, you want to apply more brace, tightening up your core even more, contracting your glutes here, very important, and then lifting that item, or if you have to put down an item, and do not release the brace until you're fully back up and you don't have any load anymore. One other thing also that triggers lower back pain when we have the bending over movement is when we're twisting. So many times we're bending over as we're twisting, and then we can feel that pain on the side, you know. So what you want to do is always twist from the feet. Your body should be twisting with you as you're moving. Do not twist from the hips. So because twisting from the hips can create micro tears in the spine, and over time again, that can trigger pain and even an injury. So I want you to keep these tips in mind, practice these things every day, body weight, no load, and you can add some very light load, for example, trying to pick up a book or an empty box, just to practice the exercise. And I am sure that as you practice, you're going to start to notice improvements, and hopefully you can avoid this problem altogether. Because I noticed, even for myself and my own experience, the moment I started to practice the core brace and of course doing the hip hinge when I need to bend over, this problem almost was completely eliminated. I only feel lower back tension if I really overdo it with exercises, if I lift too heavy. And usually I feel it. I know that I have overdone it, you know, with my workouts, and I just kind of go back to the basics and reduce my weights. So I hope that these tips are going to help you with this issue, and comment below if, you know, this video has been helpful. And don't forget also to subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I will see you in a new video very soon.